Hello everyone and welcome to another AdMaths tutorial video. Today I'm going to discuss Form 4 Additional Mathematics Chapter 5 Indices and Logarithm Part 2. Before I begin, if you are new to any of my videos, please do subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell as I'll be discussing more mathematics tutorial videos in the future. Alright guys, without further delay, let's jump to the question now. Okay, in this video I'm going to discuss two questions guys. The first one is the indices question which you are looking right now, and the second question I'm going to discuss involving the logarithm question. Okay, let's read the example 3 together. Express 2 to the power of n plus 2 minus 2 to the power of n plus 1 plus 2 to the power of n minus 1 in the form p in a bracket 2 to the power of n minus 1 where p is a constant. Hence solve the equation 8 in a bracket 2 to the power of n plus 2 minus 2 to the power of n plus 1 plus 2 to the power of n minus 1 equals to 5 in a bracket 2 to the power of n square. Alright guys, I hope you will attempt this question in the future. If you could manage to solve this question, well done guys. But if you can't solve this question, no worries. I'm going to show you the step-by-step working and the solutions now. Okay, without further delay, let's jump to the solution now. Okay, to start off, I literally rewrite the whole equation here. 2 to the power of n plus 2 minus 2 to the power of n plus 1 plus 2 to the power of n minus 1. Okay, proceed with the next step. Okay, in this step, what I did here is, since the question asked to form in the p in a bracket 2 to the power of n minus 1, since we need to form a expression of 2 to the power of n minus 1, so I factor out the whole equation in terms of 2 to the power of n minus 1, which means that I need to form an equation in terms of 2 to the power of n minus 1 without affecting the original equation. Okay, I think you are confused now. Don't worry, I'm going to explain to you. So 2 to the power of n minus 1 close bracket 2 to the power of 3. So when you combine this, which is in a multiplication, you will be adding the powers respectively, which is n minus 1 plus 3. So n minus 1 plus 3, you get back 2 to the power of n plus 2, which is the original equation. So we need to factor out in terms of 2 to the power of n minus 1 without affecting the original equation. Okay, proceed with the second expression, 2 to the power of n minus 1. So in order to remain the 2 to the power of n plus 1, so what you do here, you times with 2 to the power of 2. So n minus 1 plus 2, you get back n plus 1. So for the third equation, 2 to the power of n minus 1, so you have no effect over here, so you don't need to make any changes. So I repeat again guys, for this one, so 2 to the power of n minus 1, so in order to remain 2 to the power of n plus 2, you just have to times with 2 to the power of 3. Because when you times with the same base of indices, you just have to add on the power. N minus 1 plus 3, you get back n plus 2, which is this power respectively. Okay, let us proceed to the next step. So what I did here, since 2 to the power of n minus 1 is the similar unknown over here, so what we do here is we factor out 2 to the power of n minus 1, and then we group them 2 to the power of 3 and then 2 to the power of 2 and then 1 in a same bracket. So 8 minus 4 plus 1. So since you have a minus here, you have to follow the minus symbol over here and then you have to plus 1. So most of the students neglect the 1 symbol guys, but you should not neglect the negative, the 1 over here. You need to include the 1. So 8 minus 4 you should get is 4, and 4 plus 1 you should be getting is 5. Okay, proceed to the next step. So from here you get 5 in a bracket 2 to the power of n minus 1. Alright guys, we have already successfully formed the p to the bracket 2 to the power of n minus 1 where p is a constant. Okay, let us proceed to solve the equation now. Okay, we literally rewrite the whole equation here. 8 in a bracket 2 to the power of n plus 2 minus 2 to the power of n plus 1 plus 2 to the power of n minus 1 equals to 5 in a bracket 2 to the power of n square. Alright guys, if you notice here, this equation and this equation, they are same, and we have already expressed this expression in the simplest form, which is 5 in a bracket 2 to the power of n minus 1. So what we can do here is we can substitute this equation into here, so to make the indices more simple. Okay, so 8 times with 5 in a bracket 2 to the power of n minus 1 close bracket equals to 5 in a bracket 2 to the power of n square. So for the next step, what we're going to do is we're going to divide the whole equation by 8, so which will become 5 divided by 8, which is in the right hand side, so that 8 will become 2 to the power of 3. Proceed to the next step, guys. So this is the step I've mentioned. So 5 in a bracket 2 to the power of n minus 1 equals to 5 in a bracket 2 to the power of n squared divided by 2 to the power of 3. So since 2 and 2 are the same base, and then it involves the division, so we can minus the powers respectively, and the 5 we can easily cancel them out. So 5 and 5 we can cancel them out. So from here you have 2 to the power of n minus 1 equals to 2 to the power of n square minus 3. So why minus 3? Because it involves the division. According to the logarithmic rule, when you have a division with the same base, so you need to do the subtraction of the power. Okay, proceed to the next step. So from here you get 2 to the power of n minus 1 equals to 2 to the power of n square minus 3. Okay, your base is now the same, and you have already formed the power respectively. So what you can do now, we can simplify the base and then proceed to calculate the power. So from here you get n minus 1 equals to n square minus 3. So what you can do here is you can bring this left hand side equation to the right hand side. So n square minus 3 and then plus 1 minus n. So negative 3 plus 1, you should be getting negative 2. And then from here, when you bring it to the right hand side, your positive n will become negative n. So as you notice here, you have already formed a quadratic equation with n square minus n minus 2 equals to 0. Okay, when you factor them out, you should be getting your answer in a bracket n minus 2 and then n plus 1 equals to 0. So you will have two n values, guys, over here, which is n equals to 2 or n equals to negative 1. So either one value will satisfy the following equation. Alright guys, we have already successfully solved our first question. Okay, let us proceed to the second question. Okay, please hold on for a moment. Okay guys, we are now looking at the example 4, and this is the first logarithmic equation we are going to discuss. Okay, in this question they asked to solve the equation log 5 in a bracket 2y minus 1 equals to 1 plus log 5 in a bracket y minus 8. Okay, let's proceed to solve. Let us start to show the solution. Okay, to start off, I literally rewrite the whole equation here. Log 5 in the bracket 2y minus 1 equals to 1 plus log 5 in the bracket y minus 8. So what we can do over here is this one, we can make it into log 5, 5. So since the same base and then the same number is equals to 1, so we can change this into log 5, 5 respectively according to the logarithmic rule, guys. Okay, proceed to the next step. Log 5 in the bracket 2y minus 1 equals to log 5, 5 plus log 5 in the bracket y minus 8. So since this involves a addition, so what you can do here to simplify this logarithmic expression, so you can combine them by times the 5 with y minus 8. Okay, proceed to the next step. So log 5 2 to the power of y minus 1 equals to log 5 in the bracket 5 times y minus 8. So 5 times y minus 8, you should be getting 5y minus 40, guys. So from here, since your log 5 and log 5 you have already in the we have already simplified the left hand side and right hand side, so you can cancel them out. So the only thing So the only thing remaining is 2y minus 1 equals to 5y minus 40. So you bring the equation to the, you bring the y to the right hand side, and you bring the negative 40 to the left hand side. So you should be getting 3y is equals to 39. So when 3y is equals to 39, you should be getting your y is equals to 13. So y is equals to 13 is your final answer, guys. Alright guys, that is all for my step-by-step working and solution for this question. Any question or feedback, feel free to put in the comment section below. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon as well. Thank you everyone for your support, and I will see you in the next video.